Hello and welcome to the Mental Health Happy Hour on the Mighty. My name is Camara,
My name is Harrison.
and we are here today as things get rescheduled, things get figured out. We will always show up eventually, even if it's the day before any one of ours birthdays. We will always figure it out because we love coming to talk about mental health wins, sharing with y'all everything that's going on, and we have a busy schedule, so it's very hard. Apologies last week or whenever we were supposed to go live, but there is just a lot going on here at the Mighty, and sometimes we have to push them, but we appreciate having y'all here. If you can hear us, and if you are from a place, everyone's from a place, put it in the comments. Just type it in that little board of where you are, little comment section, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook. Put in the comments where you're from and that you can hear us. That always lets us know that we can start rolling and flowing, and we'll let you know. Yeah, but for now, and also mental health wins. If you have one of those, put that in the comments. But first, where? Of course, I'll pass to you. What is your mental health win of the week or of the month, or what is on your mind that is mental health related?
Well, I was really sick last week, so I'll say the mental health is I'm feeling a lot better.
That's great.
I'm not as I was kind of in a like when you get sick and you feel like everything's just going wrong, like it just feels like you just keep hitting that wall over and over again. I think I was feeling like that at the end of last week, and so coming back into it, I just feel like my after this weekend, it was nice to kind of just relax a little bit and try to not think about work and whatnot. So I'm feeling a lot better today, I'd say. So I think that's a win.
Oh, I'm so happy that you're feeling better, and it's good to take that time to rest and heal, and important to like have that balance, especially between work. So happy to have you here. I see we have some people showing up. We've
Woo.
got Susan in Los Angeles. Oh my word, Susan. Wait, you're in Los Angeles? I feel like we had this conversation a time before. I'm also in Los Angeles. Hi neighbor. How you doing? Very cool. Oh my word. Deb.
Ooh, Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. We've got some mighty people in Pennsylvania. Ashley, one of our producers here at the Mighty, is from Pennsylvania. Love to see you here, Deb. Deb and Susan, also let us know what your mental health wins are for the week. It can be very simple. We'll be sharing our mental health wins. So if you are hopping in, let us know where you're from, what your mental health win is of the week. It can be that you did laundry. It can be that you took a nap, that you took time for yourself after you were not feeling well. It can be that you wrote the Great American or German or whatever country you're from's
Swedish.
novel. There we go. Yes. Whatever it is, big or small, we will celebrate it. And even if you're not feeling well, we will send you a consensual hug. So that is what we do. But who else do we have here, Harrison?
Let's see. I see a Lisa who's commenting that it's beautiful outside from Southern
Oh.
Ontario, Canada.
Woo! Southern Ontario, Canada. Fantastic. Oh, I would love to go to Southern Ontario, Canada, or just Canada in general.
Just Canada in general.
Yes, but Lisa, thank you for joining us from Canada. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
And then we've got Allison from North Carolina. Woo!
Hello.
Allison, happy to have you here. We have Donnie. Ooh. Hello. You're from the UK. Welcome. Happy to have you here. And of course, our YouTube audience, we can't forget y'all. We have Facebook and YouTube. And the first human being here on YouTube, or at least that has commented, is Taha. Let me know if I'm pronouncing that right. But welcome. We're happy to have you here. Let us know what your mental health win is of the week, and we will share it to the skies of this social streaming platform that we are on,
Well,
whichever
Camera,
one you're on.
I know you kind of hinted at to it earlier, but what would you say is your mental health win of the week?
Uh, my mental health win of the week, or at least coming up, is tomorrow is my birthday, and I'm going to take the
Woo!
day off for my birthday.
Heck
I
yeah.
I realized that like I am a little like I took a trip last week also. That was a mental health win to like see my friend for her engagement party, which was a lot of fun. But my mental health win is I need another day off, and I'm going to take it off for my birthday. I recommend if you can take a day off for your birthday,
Mhm.
even just to rest is
That's
always
exciting, though.
yeah.
You
No,
gonna do anything fun for it?
My partner is gonna take me out, I believe. So we're gonna go out for something and tea. I'm gonna go to
Yay!
tea. Second home. Second home has tea. So oh yeah, my ooh, I'm not supposed to say names of places that I live. That's not good. I didn't say that if y'all heard me. My second home of a place where I work is when I like to go and work, I they have tea and cake sometimes. So I'm gonna go get tea and cake tomorrow. Yes, that'll be my win. But please share your mental health wins here in the chat. And Susan, what is Susan's mental health win, Harrison?
Let's see. My mental health win is that I thought when I got up it was going to be a bad day, but I used some coping mechanisms waiting for this event. Exciting. Hopefully, we can
Hmm.
make your day a little bit brighter.
Oh my word, Susan! Oh my gosh, but you had some coping mechanisms. Wait, I'm glad that you're here and that was like something like you like had coping mechanisms to waiting for this event. Like that is really wonderful. Like it's not always like days can be up and down and everything, and I'm just glad that we are here for you today. And that's wonderful that you're sharing and being here. Like that's a big win. So appreciate that. Yeah, it's always important. It's always important, y'all, to take the time and know that like even the small things, whether you're watching a live stream or a YouTube video or your favorite TV show or your music or your audiobook or reading, whatever it is like the little things can really add up and make a big
Hmm.
difference. So, yes. But as we go on, we can kind of think about things in our world as well, like the good things of what we can uplift in the mighty, what we can uplift in little ways of what is going on in our world and also in the world. We're able
Hmm.
to give good news. We can talk about that as well. And anyone else who has a mental health win, feel free to share in the comments and we will share you. We will uplift you and yes, but oh, having a beautiful sunshiny day, that's a great win. I'm not having that,
Yeah.
but that's a great win. Where is the beautiful sunshining day happening, Carol? I'm very curious. Yes. We like a beautiful sunshining day.
Hmm.
What's the weather like up in Northern California, Harrison?
It's actually nice today. We've been having
Mhm.
storms, so the last couple days it's been rainy, but today it's sunny, so it's nice. It's actually nice out
Oh,
today.
that's awesome. Apparently in PA it's sunny as well.
Wait,
That'll
so is not LA not having good weather today?
I mean, I flew home and it is foggy.
Ah, yes. LA
Very foggy.
overcast.
Yep, it's been a weird weather time we've been having. I mean, I feel like a lot of the
Hmm.
we've been having like the rain and then the sun and the rain, the sun, the rain, the sun. So that's where we're at today. But if you have a mental health win, if you are from Pennsylvania or not, you probably are going to want to tell us. So
Hmm.
let us know in those comments. But in the meantime, I'm trying to think of like some of the good news that I've like heard swirling around the world at this time. And one of those, I believe, in my like little good news network, I think I saw something about like a brain. Um, oh yeah, miracle brain. Of course, I scrolled past it in the way. I had a good news. There's something with brains that is being helped in this time. Well, there was a lot of different things that are being helped. I saw like the news in Yahoo recently that like Alzheimer's is they're getting closer to test results there and seeing good results in that. And I'm really excited for that to be implemented more for people working through that. Yeah.
Agreed. That's a scary one too. That's. I think that the more interest and the more research into that, it's only going to be better.
Yeah, and keep going with that. And I think another thing, like I was reading recently, is especially from Good News Network, is that there's a revolutionary music therapy that's helping a paralyzed man walk and talk again, and it unlocked the brain. And I've seen a lot of that about how music can really unlock and
Hmm.
restore, like it can bring people back, whether you have like are paralyzed or different disability. Like not saying music cures all or anything, but it's cool to see how music therapy and art therapy can kind of
Hmm.
bring up things for us that can like unlock a different part of our brain. I'm always fascinated by that.
Oh yeah, very interesting. Let's see.
Mhm. Ah, yep. Our LA people, Susan, it is overcast in the San Fernando Valley too, but great walking weather. This is a great time for
Hmm.
walking. A good time.
Hiking too.
Yes, those
Don't
are
get
two great
sunburned.
things.
Yeah.
If you need a mental health win for the day, or if you need a mental health break, highly recommend. Can't make anything worse. Can make things better. Take a walk. Take a hike. Take
Yeah.
a walk. Just step outside, even if it's whether it's cloudy where you are or not. If it's raining, get an umbrella, or at least just step outside and take a look. But it's very important to get that fresh air and to just like move your body back and forth. Of like, oh,
Hmm.
taking a walk. It's like you can process your thoughts, and that can be so great. But
Oh,
Susan, I hope you're able to take a wonderful walk in this great walking weather.
oh, when I
Um,
lived in the San Fernando Valley, I there was a Laurel Canyon hike that I used to love
mm,
going up. It goes up to like now, kind of near Mohammed. You can kind of see both, like you can see the coast a little bit. You can kind of look over and see the entire valley. I love that area. It's beautiful.
yeah, there's so many places to do. And then if you have a dog, oh
Even
honey,
better.
I love
Yes.
that. Oh my goodness. Yes, if any of y'all, first off, Susan, let us know what kind of a dog Honey is, but
Hmm.
also any of y'all with pets and all of that. I'm curious of like what your how you treat your mental health and how even if there's not a mental health win, what is your go-to
Mm-hmm.
of whether it is like it seems like music therapy is really big in this way of like from health conditions to mental health, but what are you using as tools for it, whether it's your animals and your pets, like let us know what kind of pet you have, but or if it's a music, what kind of genre are you listening to,
Hmm.
or if it's a specific walk you take, like where is that walk and where can we go on it? Would love to go. So,
Well,
yeah.
it's interesting that music is, I mean, when we were younger and we hear about, people having, when women are pregnant or something with a kid, they have like listen to music or put the music against the belly, that kind of thing. I remember learning about that when I was younger. But now, I mean, I'm a huge proponent of, or advocate for ASMR. And
Yes.
I used to only specifically use it for sleep because there's some great sounds to help you kind of like relax. But now I've been finding a lot more channels as it expands and becomes more of a broad subject. I'm seeing a lot more channels that are just like, are you feeling stressed right now? You just have like a 5 minute stress and you just need to listen to something to help kind of like calm you down in that moment. And that's really helpful. So like it's incredible what just not even just music, just audio, just sound can do. It's incredible.
Yeah, I feel like people don't give. Well, I think we are starting to realize the power of audio, whether it's through a podcast you're listening to, or meditation apps, or
Mhm.
ASMR. Like, also a high proponent of ASMR. I think is a wonderful thing to use.
Mhm.
Um, because also like if you're very highly stimulated, that can be really good. Some people that aren't into that and doesn't work for them, and that's fine. But that can be really nice to like give you a sense of calming, help you
Mhm.
sleep, or even just bring you back to center or be a nice background to kind
Yeah.
of calm the mind. It's like find what calms your mind. It's so important and so vital.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Agreed.
A French bulldog. Oh my word. Oh, pain in the neck, dog. I mean, I've heard that the French bulldog's very sweet and cute, but they're a lot of work. I have heard, which is a commendable. You are a commendable dog mom, Susan. So love it. Love to see it, honey. The French bulldog. Oh my word. Yes, yeah, Mighties, let us know who else has a pet on this, whatever kind of day it is for you. Would love to know if you have a feline, bird, dog, what
Hmm.
kind of animal, rodent, whichever, snake. I knew a girl when I was in twins when I was younger. They had a pet tarantula. A pet
Hmm.
tarantula.
Not for me. Not for
Not for
me.
me, but it stayed in its case, and that was the most interesting pet I think that we had growing up around. Yeah. No, no,
Tarantula.
not the pet for me though. I
No, no,
don't know
no.
how you. I guess it's fun to look at a cool furry spider. Just no, I
No,
can't do
I'm
it.
okay.
I'm good. Oh my word! There's that one person on social media who he has like three different things. I think people know. I think his name is Jordan. Who he's like the fast food secrets guy, and
Hmm.
also he'll do kind of reactions to stuff. And a lot of the things he reacts to are places, usually Australia, where there's a lot of spiders.
Hmm.
And he's like, nope, nope,
Nope.
nope, nope.
Yep.
No, that is the spider's home now. I'm out. Leaving.
Yeah, that's like one of the places I'm like, I do want to visit Australia at one point. I do want to go to Auckland. There's a couple cities I definitely want to visit,
Yeah.
but not the outback. I am like, you can leave me in the city. I am not dealing with any of the wildlife. I'm not interested.
Yep. I'm like, I think that I will go to New Zealand. New Zealand doesn't seem to be advertising their spider count, so
No, they're
I
not.
will stay away from
Just their hobbit homes.
that sounds nice, and there's water and greens, and, like, I could get behind that.
Mhm.
Yes, yes. But if y'all have a place that you think would be a tranquil place without spiders to visit, whether it's your country or state, city, or a place you've been, feel free to let us know. We always need a good mental health getaway that anyone could use, whether you're in the comments or whether you're us. It's always good to have, a spot to frequent or to go to. Important to think about and to have for yourself. Uh, but yeah, is there a go-to spot that you have, Harrison? Like, if
Ooh.
you were to like go on a mental health retreat, like away, like get
Hmm.
away for yourself that you've been, where would that be?
It's actually funny. It's Canada, actually. There was a beautiful town when I was in college. I got a chance to go to a trip in a small town, and I don't remember if it's. I'm not the best at Canadian territory, so I'm going to probably say the wrong one. But the city was called Penticton, and it was. I don't think it's British Columbia. I think it's Ontario, or Alberta. It's whatever's directly north of us. Um, and yeah, so this Penticton is this tiny little like border town, maybe an hour, half an hour from the border, and it just had this beautiful lake that's like encompassed by mountains, and you could just sit in the lake and you could just stare out and you just see just this beautiful like snow-capped mountains around you, and you kind of feel like you're in like a little bowl almost. And it was so peaceful, it was so quiet, and I just really enjoyed it. It was a nice little chunk of earth that I enjoyed.
That sounds delightful and so peaceful. Oh my gosh, I'd like to go there. That
What
would
about
be nice.
yourself?
That's hard. Even though I don't go often anymore, whenever I drive into, or if I ever went to Utah, going back to Utah would bring me a lot of
Mm,
clarity and solace. Not as much anymore, I think,
mhm,
as it did my younger years, but having the Red Rock Mountains around you, like Southern Utah for
mm.
me, even Northern, I've realized I've went to there recently. I'm like, there's something about Utah that I never want to live there again, but I
It's pretty.
not it's
Zion is
beautiful.
gorgeous, from
Yeah.
what I've seen photos of. Yeah.
Zion is beautiful. It is a great place. Highly recommend if y'all have not been. Utah has some beautiful places to visit. So,
Mhm.
yeah, I feel like just going to like a space that's just kind of that secret spot for you is really a good
Agreed.
spot to have. But yes, are we French, Mike? Mike, are you from France? Bonjour, monsieur.
Bonjour.
Madame? Ah, where are you from, Mike? I see a flag that does not look like the French flag. Or no,
That's
no,
English.
yeah. So I'm curious where you're from, Mike. Maybe you have a mental health win that you are looking to share. If you are wishing us a good day, would love to know. But yeah, I think it's very important to find those places of solace. And even if you can't go on, I know it's hard to sometimes think about going on a vacation. Like, I'm planning a trip right now in June that's like going somewhere, and I'm like, oh my word, this is so hectic to even have to go anywhere or
Mhm.
plan or travel. Sometimes, like, even tomorrow, me thinking like, oh, like the original plan was to go to the beach, but like a far away beach that was further out. I'm like, oh, you know I wanna do that, but maybe not on my actual day, like, having to spend most of the day driving and
Driving,
then
yeah.
knowing that I have to work the next day, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm just gonna I'm not gonna enjoy this as
Mhm.
much if it was, like, a weekend or a getaway or, like, knowing there's another day off or
Yeah.
something." So, like, having that I think also having spots where you're at and around can be important
Mhm.
as well. Yeah.
Agreed.
In
It's always good to.
Reading. Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
go on.
Oh, I was gonna say it's
Yeah,
always nice to have
yeah.
people that you're with too, so it's like they can
Yes.
enjoy it with you. Yeah, definitely.
Mhm. Oh, yeah, getting anywhere, any
Oh
beach.
god, yeah.
Yeah, honestly, like, it doesn't matter me, I was gonna go to Laguna. It doesn't matter if you go to Laguna, San Diego, or if you're
Malibu.
in LA. If I was to go to Malibu or Santa Monica, it would all take the same amount of
2
time.
hours.
It's always 2 hours. It's 1 hour minimum to 2 hours, and I'm just like, "Why?"
Uh,
Why? You need to make it a whole day or a half day thing. Like you have to commit to it.
yeah, and
Uh,
especially if you live in the San Fernando Valley or live on the east side. Like if you're in Culver or Santa Monica, yeah,
yeah,
you could
it's
probably
different.
go. But like the valley or anything, it's like no, that's a day trip.
No, no, no. It's like you're close enough technically, but also maybe not.
When 10
Maybe.
miles feels like 100.
Oh gosh. Yeah, it's just there's a reason why I'm not a necessarily a beach person. It just then you walk and then it's
It's
just
inconvenient.
it's inconvenient. It's like it's nice and I feel like the beach also is only nice for like an hour. Like
Mhm.
you're there, there's sand which sucks unless it's Laguna or somewhere else where it's like tight sand and not going to
Mhm.
bother you. Uh and then it's everyone's there and it's hot
Mhm.
sometimes and the sun is either beating down on you or it's too cold. The water's cold or there's stuff around the water or there's sharks. I don't know. It's like there's there's surfers and people that you don't know how to surf or you do. Yeah, me
Yeah.
and the beach is a fun. Susan, yeah,
Yeah.
I get it.
She
Yeah, she's
knows.
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
She
I'm
knows.
really sorry, Susan, if I am ruining the beach for you. I hope not. I hope that I am not like she's like Susan's a beach person. She's like, this gal's just ruining the beach.
I feel like if you lived in LA long enough, you know, it's like Santa Monica Beach is beautiful in movies and TV, but if you actually go there, it's a tourist trap. That's kind of dirty.
Yeah, yeah. Also, yeah, I feel like LA beaches, they're nice, they can be, but it's just you wanna go even more south if you're gonna get better beaches in
Mhm.
California.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you wanna go
Even
towards, like
north, like even if you go to
oh,
the north
yeah.
end of Malibu, it's not that bad. It's a little less empty. You have to kind of
Yeah.
ignore some of the private beaches, but like other than that, it's not that bad.
Yeah, Malibu is actually not too bad.
Mhm.
Going to Carmel is so much better.
Mm,
Like, I love Carmel, and then also Half Moon Bay in, like, the Northern California, like Half Moon Bay, Bodega Bay, like, Marin. There's a lot of other nice
yeah.
spots to go to.
I
I
haven't explored too
appreciate
much of the north side yet.
you should.
Yeah.
You're in
No,
Northern
I know, but I'm
California.
not on coast. I'm more inland, so there's not a lot out here. It's more just like hiking and mountains. I mean, I can go to Mount Shasta, but
Have you been?
no,
You can. You should.
I have not been, but I need to go. Yeah, I know. It's on the list.
Are there any go-to spots in Reading where you go to for kind of like a whether it's a park or like a hike or outside
Uh,
near where you live?
yeah, there is. So where I live, there's a nice little back area that's kind of like I call it the Shire because it's like there's a bunch of like life out there. There's a like lot of animals. So I kind of can sit on my balcony and my porch and I can just kind of watch the birds. There's a bunch of this is silly. There's a bunch of stray cats that live out there too. So there's
Oh.
this whole like I'm name dropping here, red wall kind of like storyline going on outside of like the cats have their own little group versus the birds and like the squirrels and like there's a whole like different faction. It's a whole thing. And so it's kind of like I'm watching the story unfold, this like telenovela about the animals that live back here. So that's kind of it's kind of nice just to go back get there and sit down and just kind of listen to it all.
I
Peaceful.
like that. That sounds so peaceful and so fun with the cats. I love that. Oh my word. And hello, Lori. Welcome to join us. We're just kind of talking about the places that we go for our mental health, whether far or near. If you have any spot that is like brings you peace of mind, whether that's near you or that you'd like to be, please let us know. And also your mental health wins. Would love to know what your mental health win is of the week. We normally kind of share like we've been kind of sharing a little bit of whether it's spaces that bring us like peace or mental health wins, whether it's taking a day off or having like a stress-free day. Yeah, let us know. You could be doing laundry or reading a book too.
Hmm.
Could be
Is it
writing a book,
is
whichever
that
you
the
want.
did she mention is it because I've never been in Berkeley before or I've is
Yeah,
that a
oh
place? Is that like a specific park?
that's a wonderful park at the Berkeley Marina. I know this park. I'm from the Bay, so I should know this park. Huh. Well, I'm gonna have to go back to the bank and check it out. So wonderful. Well, thank you, Lori, for sharing that. It's a public park and it's very peaceful and lovely. Well, I'm really glad that you have that space to go to. I think it's very important. Find a park, find a bush, find a flower, a tree, a space, a lake, somewhere where you can go that brings you that peace of mind. Yeah. Ooh, Blair has a good one. What is Blair's, Harrison?
Ooh, I'm on the Canadian prairies,
Mm.
hiking in the woods and
Oh,
wetlands to disconnect and rest. We were just talking about Canada.
yes.
Um, what is considered the Canadian prairies? Is that more central Canada? Like, I know most Canadians live kind of closer to the border, but like, is it like central? I'm curious in terms of where the Canadian prairies are.
Yeah, and, like, where are these woods and wetlands to disconnect? Like, where are you going for the woods and the wetlands? Very
Mhm.
curious. But I love that you have that. I'm glad that you have these that you're able to hike in the woods and the wetlands. So curious where in the Canadian prairies that
I don't
is.
think of prairies and
Yeah.
wetlands in Canada. I think of like
No.
forests and
Yeah.
like the frozen north.
Interesting. Oh my goodness. Well, I guess we'll have to find out. Blair, let us know. We'll plan a whole Canadian trip. Eventually, that's a goal. Oh, and then an off-leash do we always need a dog park, like, that's just a nice little spot to go. Uh,
Mid Canada. Okay,
what
makes
is
sense.
mid-Canada, though? Like
I think it's like
yeah,
because yeah, it's
yeah,
central Canada. I don't remember the. I'm horrible at the territory names. I don't.
yeah,
I know where British Columbia is because I'm on the
mhm.
west coast, but I don't know the order in which they go from left to right.
Yeah, like,
So,
what's the biggest main city that we would maybe know? I'm very curious, but yes, well, mid-Canada sounds like we need to go to Canada to relax, is that should
mhm,
be our mental health, uh, relaxing trip, or the
mhm.
Cesar Chavez Park at the Berkeley Marina.
That'd be a little
Um,
closer.
yeah, that one probably is a little bit Winnipeg, okay, I know where Winnipeg is, I've heard of
Okay,
Winnipeg, yes,
I
that
know
makes
Winnipeg.
sense,
Yeah,
thank you, Blair,
makes sense. Yeah.
Winnipeg, okay, okay. Great. And if you have any mental health, what does a mental health win look like when you live in Canada? Very curious if that's different from I probably not. But like if you have your own whether it is routine or such whether that's taking a nap or it seems like you're going like for those hikes in the wetlands. Have you done that recently? Is that a mental health win of yours this week or hopeful soon? I'd love to know. And Lori, you're saying that there's an off-leash dog park. Does that mean you have a dog? And if
Hmm.
so, what kind? We would love to know and names. If there was a way to send photos, we would ask for that, but of course that is not how this game works. So
Description. We need
we
descriptions.
need a description to visualize your dog or possible dog or dog you would have if you went to the dog park to take your dog.
Oh, now I want a dog. I don't have a dog. I want a dog.
I don't want a dog. No. I
No.
love dogs. It's like it's how some people feel about kids. It's like you
Yeah.
can like them from afar. It's like it's nice to take care of someone else's for a minute. It's like fun, but then you go home at the end of the day and you're just like, "Ah."
Yeah, I guess that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah. I don't know. I think if I had a bigger place, if I had more space for a dog, I think
Mhm.
it'd be a little bit easier to manage. But I've always wanted like ever since I was little, because you mentioned dog parks, and I'm thinking about dog parks.
Yeah.
There was this one dog park in Santa Monica I used to go to a lot, and there was this one Australian shepherd that was just the most energetic and friendly dog I ever met. And like I had
Oh,
my dog at the time too when I was younger, but I love that dog. Like I really wanted that other dog. And I always thought about it. I think if I ever have a big enough place, I'm gonna get an Australian Shepherd for sure.
they're so cute. They're a lot of energy.
Exactly.
There.
That's why I need the space.
Yes.
I can't have them in an apartment. No, it's not gonna work.
They've got personality for sure. I have friends
Mm,
who've had them. They're personality dog. Love it.
exactly.
Ah, yes. I always said I wanted like a King Charles Cavalier Spaniel just because of how friendly they are.
Interesting.
Um,
I can't envision what that looks like.
it's like a small medium-sized dog, like a little bit bigger than a small dog, but like still
Mhm,
pretty small. But it's like kind of that spaniel feature with like the like floppy ears. They can either
mm.
be black and brown and white or brown or like this kind of gingery brown and white. They're little goofballs and they seem sweet. But who knows? I'm also like not in a place where I feel like if like you said, like to have a place that you can have a pet. Technically, I do have a place where I can have a pet, but I don't feel like I live the lifestyle where
Mm.
I can have a pet because I'm usually
Yeah.
out and about.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you need to provide them with the attention that they need to. Yeah,
Yes.
that's tough.
Oh my word. Well, that I would say if you have a dog, let us know eventually. Oh my word, what in the world? Recently, this walk sounds interesting.
Ooh,
Oh, Blair. Recently, I did an early morning walk through the oldest parts of the city, taking pictures of 100 to 200-year-old building and street art.
nice. I love old
Oh,
buildings.
oh, that sounds so nice. I love that there's that much history and like that you get to walk near and that you're near that and taking that morning walk and just getting to have that time to yourself sounds fantastic, Blair. I'm really happy you have that.
I have a curiosity, Blair, just out of my own curiosity. When you go through these towns, or when you go through the town and you take these photos, like, do you notice? Can you tell the difference? Like, like this one is from this specific age. Like, you could tell, like, oh, this one's older than this one by like a certain amount of years, and you could tell like the. I guess I'm asking more about like architectural differences. Like, are you able
Mhm.
to be like, oh, I can know that one, is from this amount of time ago, or this one's more modern or something? Like, have you gotten kind of used to doing that because you've been doing this, or is it still kind of a process in which you're doing slowly? I guess researching. Bad question. I'm just curious because
No,
I
it's good
I
to
love
know.
architecture.
It's fun to figure out like where that the history comes from and who's created it and when and
Mhm,
all that. I'm guessing like some of those buildings maybe are museums or at least like that you can learn or maybe have like sometimes when they're an older building it'll tell you outside like the like
mhm. Like a
how
little
old it
plaque.
is
Yeah.
and a little plaque of like what the history of the building is. That's gonna be kind of
Mhm.
cool. Oh
Which is
yeah.
like, old buildings are like, I mean, even newer buildings, some of them are really nice looking and stuff, but there's also like, I feel like a cookie cutter style, and you see
Hmm.
a lot of the same kind of buildings, same kind of design and stuff. So I'm always interested when you see interest, like downtown LA has a lot of interesting buildings, and I
Hmm.
do like walking around there and looking at those when I lived there. So,
Yeah, that's a fun time. Ah, yep. Dogs take the kind of attention like a partner needs. Yep,
yep.
yep. Full time. It feels like a full time. Oh, yeah. Oh my word. Well, I hope that y'all get a good walk in today. If you've
Mhm,
taken anything from this, is walks, live in Canada if you can, or Berkeley Marina. Find yourself a place that is like yours that you can go to for solace and take a walk today if you can, or at least take a step outside, or take a go listen to like as we talked about auditory stuff. If you can listen
mhm.
to an audiobook, a meditation app, ASMR, or some music, or a movie that you like or TV show, just take some time for yourself today and know that your mental health is worth it. And it's good to have those mental health wins. Woo! Like these. Rania. Oh my goodness.
7K steps.
Steps.
7K
There we
steps.
are. We are walking to today is a walking wins day. Wednesday's tomorrow, but a walking win day of almost to Wednesday. So take those wins, take them with us. We'll be back on another well, we usually do Thursdays. This is like a little bit of a different day for us, but we will be back on a Thursday later, maybe this month. That's the hope is that we'll do two this month, make up for lost time. But later in the month of May, we'll do another mental health happy hour. Think about your mental health wins for the month. We'll be wanting to share them and talk
Mhm,
about what our next topic will be. This one has become walking. Curious to see what the next one becomes, and also buildings. Buildings are always valid to be talked
mhm.
about in our look for dates and buildings and sculptures, like and like the
Oh
modern
yeah.
glass buildings. Heck yes. Keep looking for those dates on the buildings around you. Learn about the history and your own history. And yeah, have a wonderful day, y'all. That's where I'm gonna end it. And when you've just come back from a flight, you can be a little bit tired. It's okay.
That's fair.
Yes, but have a wonderful day, y'all. We'll see you on another. Yep, nature. Nature is the favorite of many. Have a great day, y'all, and stay mighty and have a wonderful time for yourself. Bye.